Hey, you guys, welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. And today we're looking at 5 signs that you won't be wealthy. So I saw an article that lists 5 things that stop people from taking control of their money and building wealth. Typically, I don't buy into the myth that some people can build wealth and others can't. I really do believe in the power of hope and the power of change, and that you have the ability to take control of your future. It all might sound a little cheesy, but really, your mindset is so powerful. So I'm curious to go through this article and see if I agree with their points or if I don't. And maybe these things are things that could help you slow down, or maybe you realize, gosh, these things are standing in my way. And instead of just automatically thinking you'll never reach financial peace, you might have a change of heart. So let's take a look at the article's list. It says the first sign that you won't be wealthy is that you have a victim mentality. Okay, I could see some truth in that. Now, I know this topic can be really tricky, so I want to be clear that I'm not saying that obstacles are not real and that people don't face things that others don't. And some people have a harder life than those others that don't. So that is all very, very true. And again, some people are born with more opportunity automatically brought to them. Some people, not as much. So again, there's a trueness to people's stories and, the families they're born into, the situations they're born into. But I would lean into the idea that being trapped in a mindset that you can never get ahead, never, ever, ever, if that's what you believe over and over and over, then you're probably never, ever, ever going to get ahead. So I think there is truth in what you believe about your situation. And I love hearing Jade, one of our Ramsey personalities, talk about this. And I think she's a real big encouragement in this area, especially to people that are trying to pay off debt. Because if you don't know her story, her and her husband, Sam, paid off almost $500,000 in debt in 7 years using the baby steps. $500,000, you guys. So if you want to hear more of Jade's story, make sure to check out the video that I linked below, because again, it's such encouragement to show people, man, no matter where you are, you can make progress going forward. Okay, back to the article though. So there's a level of that first that I would agree with, that first sign of that kind of victim mentality, because that negative mindset will slow you down over time versus saying, hey, I'm gonna have an attitude to figure out what are things that I can do to start winning with money today. And that's, kind of the opposite of that victim mentality. So I would agree with that. All right, the second sign that you will never be wealthy is saying that money isn't important to me. So the article says, I've never seen a rich person not value money and understand that it's a tool for investing and business. Okay, I would agree with that. I would also add that it's a tool for generosity too. So something that I hear my dad say a lot is that money is amoral. It's not good and it's not bad, but what you do with it and the motivation behind it is really important. And when you're completely indifferent about money, that it doesn't matter at all, then you probably are less likely to be intentional with it and intentional with seeing it as a tool to use it in the way that you want to use it. So, okay, I can see that. All right, they say the third sign that you'll never be wealthy is that you love to spend more than you make. All right, that's a pretty obvious one. I would agree with this. Yeah, using debt to buy every single thing that you want or even try to go into debt to build wealth is not going to bring you lasting wealth. So you have to live on less than you make, live without debt, and intentionally make a habit of saving and investing in order to get to a solid place financially. And of course, you need to be budgeting. Yeah, if you haven't tried EveryDollar yet, that needs to be your next step when it comes to building wealth. It's a free budgeting app, and it lets you decide where your money goes instead of wondering where it went. I highly recommend it, you guys. Make sure to check it out. All right, before I share the fourth sign, I want to tell you about a new game that I am loving, and it's called Telestrations. You guys, this game makes me laugh so much. It is so fun. My family loves it. My friends love it. My coworkers love it. It is such a great game. It's kind of like telephone and Pictionary mixed together. And I'm telling you, it is such a fun way to enjoy life without spending a lot of money too. Games are a great way to do that. So start making lasting memories today and buy Telestrations at Walmart or wherever you buy games. All right, the fourth sign that you'll never be wealthy is that you have a scarcity mindset. Okay, so first, the article mentions that a victim mindset is a key blocker to building wealth. Now they're saying a scarcity mindset is as well. And clearly, mindset is really powerful in this. But I don't know about this one. There's a little bit of me that kind of may not agree with it, because I think, being frugal will help people save money, and especially if you're getting out of debt and that kind of thing, I think is really key. But also spending money, is not a bad thing either. So once you create margin in your budgets, don't be afraid to invest in wise things like your emergency fund or even an appreciating asset like a house or retirement. So I don't know, but a scarcity mindset is someone that's like, okay, I don't want to take big risks. But I think about my husband and I'm like, Winston is more of a scarcity mindset. And honestly, I think if it were him or I at the end of our life, he'd probably end up having more money saved than I would. I think he probably would be more wealthy than me. So I don't know if that's true. I think you can have a scarcity mindset and still be investing and all that. They're just not gonna take these like extreme risks that maybe people that have an abundance mindset would. And maybe that pays off in the end sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know about this one. I don't know if I agree with that one fully. All right, the fifth and final sign that you'll never be wealthy is that you're not obsessed with being the best in your business. Okay, it's a pretty strong statement, and the word obsessed is a lot. So they're saying if you are not obsessed with being the best in your business, you will never be wealthy. And I don't know if that's true either, you guys. I really don't. I think doing your job well and doing it with excellence and all of that is really, good for you, good for your company that's employing you, like all of that. Like I get all of that, but I don't know. I'm just like, I have friends that are graphic designers and they're awesome at it, but it's not like they're just like obsessed with it and they have to be the best of the best of the best of the best. Like they work on their craft and they do well. So I'm like, someone that does that, and again, they don't get into debt, they live on less than they make, they invest, all that, they're going to be wealthy. So I don't know if I agree with that one. I don't think you have to be obsessed with being the best of the best. Again, I think it's important to do things with excellence, but that word obsessed feels off to me. Okay, so it's an interesting list, you guys. I mean, and again, I think that there's a lot of things around building wealth, and I think the most important call out here is your mindset. I think that you really do. You have to be very intentional about what you're putting in your mind, the people that you surround yourself with, the messages that you surround yourself with. I think that's really key. And then we always say that personal finance is 80% behavior. It's only 20% head knowledge. So what you do with your money is what's gonna allow you to be wealthy. It's a really big deal. Your habits and your choices around money, it's really key. So I love these kind of conversations, though. I think they're really interesting. So hopefully maybe that this has inspired you or maybe even shifted some of your mindsets. But I would encourage you guys to be intentional with your money. And I mentioned it earlier, download Every Dollar, our budgeting app. Make sure to get in there and actually start being on purpose with your money. Check out Financial Peace University. This is another incredible resource that's literally helping people create wealth and build wealth and showing them the signs and the steps to do that. So you can sign up for that course at RamseySolutions.com. Plus, you can get tons of other resources. So just be sure to check that out and send this video to a friend who may appreciate a little mindset shift. So remember, you guys, to take control of your money and create a life you love.